Thank you for watching You Can Do It. I'm your host, Chris, and in this video, we're going to be showing you how to install a screened-in porch area. We're going to show you start to finish on installing the trim and making it nice and tight. So stay tuned. We'll show you how you can do it. All right, so here's some of the tools that you're going to need in order to do this project. I'll just go over the tools and then we'll go over the product on the screen. But I'm going to be using a finish nailer. These are 2.5 inch finish nails, 15 gauge. I'm using a slanted rigid nail gun. I'm going to be using some staples here. These are 18 gauge by 7/32, 3/4 inches long. I'm going to be using these to install the screen. And here's the nailer we'll be using. And then I've got some stainless steel 1.25 inch square drive screws that I'm going to be using, followed by some number 8 1.5 inch exterior screws. They got a Torx bit on them. And then we've got some cedar fence pickets that we're going to rip to 2 inches. That's going to actually hold down the screen. It'll be kind of the finished look. I'll need a straight edge to actually cut the screen, followed by a X-Acto knife or a box cutter, because you will be able to box cut, or you can use a box cutter utility knife to cut the screen. So this is our product. It's MD Platinum stainless steel screen. This is 48 inches tall, so it's 4 foot. And it's a 25 foot, comes in a 25 foot roll. We got 2 rolls. We're not going to need both rolls, but we went with the stainless steel mesh instead of the aluminum, because the stainless steel mesh, it's actually stronger. It's more heavier duty. It won't sag or stretch. It's resistant to insect damage. Super fine mesh for better visibility and increased airflow. So we're going to be using this. I went with some aluminum mesh a while back and had a couple birds hit it, and it caused just a big dent in the screen. So hopefully this stuff here is going to be a lot stronger. And you might need a dog to kind of hang out with you, keep you some company. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so as I take the screen and put it up here, kind of get an idea of how this is going to roll out, you can see there's nothing to nail to in this inside corner. So I cut these strips to install here on the inside corners in order to staple the screen down all the way down to here, and then also install a board over it. So I'm going to go ahead and install these 2 boards and the 2 over there on the inside corners. So I went ahead and nailed this off with my finish nailer. I use galvanized nails, but I am going to go ahead and install 3 screws, these stainless steel screws, into here just to help keep it nice and firm up against this, because I am going to be using this as a pulling point to pull the actual screen tight. So I'm going to go ahead and install 3 screws per board. All right, so I got my fence pickets. I'm going to be cutting 2 inch strips. So I'll be able to get 2 out of each board with about 1.25 inch strip left over. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting 2 inch strips. we got the screen all the way installed, all the way around. Now, we did have a little bit of difficulty on the corners here. It was a little challenging trying to get it tight, pull it tight without having creases in it. So it takes two people to do this. So you have to take the roll, pull it tight, while the other person is taking the piece of wood and pushing it in, which then makes this piece here tight. And then as you're pushing this in, you're nailing it on down as you're pushing it in nice and tight. But you want to start from the top and work your way down, and then just keep checking your screen. Make sure it's nice and tight. You don't have any ripples. Now, some of the ripples that you may have, you can kind of pull them tight. Don't nail this down till you're all done with both your vertical pieces here, but you can kind of pull it and stretch it from here to there to get some of the waviness out, as long as it's not too bad. But we managed to get it nice and tight. You can't even hardly see it's installed except for the flies landing on. Got some flies in here already. So, all right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start putting the top pieces on and trim it out completely. All right, so the screened-in porch is completed. We got all the trim installed on the inside. The screen's nice and tight. The stainless steel screen turned out to be a really nice product. I like it a lot better than aluminum. And I hope this video helped you out so that you could do it yourself. In the next video, we're going to be installing this Brisa retractable screen door to finish off the door opening. So stay tuned for the next video, and thank you for watching. You can do it.